team kill.
All right, here we have it. Up here to the top right, spawning as the red Protoss. It is EG's JYP.
Mutalisk. That's funny.
And in front of this large audience that we have here is the finalist from the last DreamHack. Is he going to be able to go and win the entire thing here? Time will tell. It is EG's Jaedong. Undefeated so far within this tournament, has dropped a map or two here and there, but hasn't dropped an entire series so far. Artos is playing some very, very good StarCraft here.
Well, hopefully he will continue. I see something a little bit weird here, Apollo.
Teammates going up against each other, and one outcome of when that happens is builds to counter the other. Yep. Right now in the game, we do have a 10 pool coming out from Jaedong.
That is correct. And, you know, a 10 pool is like a hard counter against some builds. Like if JYP in practice normally does Forge in main, 10 pool is the perfect build against something like that. But
look at this. It's an early Forge, a 14 Forge with double probes out on the map, Artosis.
This is supposed to be a cannon rush, is what this is supposed to be. But of course, a 10 pool, you're not going to cannon rush a 10 pool.
You're not going to cannon rush a 10 pool. Does this mean that now JYP, upon seeing this, just has to throw down a pylon inside his main base? Can he even make it work on the natural here?
You know, I don't normally open with cannon rushes and run into 10 pools on Whirlwind, so it's actually about hard to say.
JYP's getting ready to build a cannon on his natural.
Yeah, you know, I think this is going to be up kind of in time. The drone is going to come down. He may have to pull some probes. It's a very rare thing, but sometimes you can pull probes to zone out the Zerglings while you wait for the cannon to warp in.
Was this even a planned cannon rush? I can't help but feel that he was expecting something like this from Jaedong. It made no sense to bring down another probe to build a cannon before he'd even scouted Jaedong.
Huh. Well, you know, that's an interesting point. Well, the cannon does get up, and actually the drone falls. These Lings look like they want to run past, but they're not going to make it. Whoa!
Pushes his way through, so he gets 3 Zerglings in there.
JYP has to be kicking himself over that. If he had hold position, those Lings do not get in.
But yeah, I mean, going back to it, he pulled down a probe so early to build a cannon before he'd even scouted his opponent. It's very interesting that, I mean, it's the mind games of 2 friends, 2 players, right?
Yeah.
Playing on the same team, living together.
I do wonder, because when you send out the 2 probes and you make the Forge on 14, it's generally a cannon rush, and he did have those 2 probes out, so maybe as he scouted no hatchery, he was like, oh, this is a quick pool, I need a cannon right away.
All right, well, behind this, Jaedong is just droning up, getting the second queen, and he also is expanded. I mean, this is, for getting the Zerglings in there, this is pretty good for Jaedong. If he hadn't got the Zerglings in at all, I think it would have been a bit of a different story. Yeah,
that would have been a really rough spot to be in. But still, you know, I do like it for JYP. He's dealing with the Zerglings quite well. They really aren't getting any damage on. A little bit of mismining time and whatnot, but he has a Zealot in there, and he is pushing them back.
Well, the Zealot is getting in there. Is he going to get 1 probe? Ooh. He does get 1 probe, and 2 Zerglings slide their way through the probe line and do live to fight another day, or at least fight another probe.
Well, you know, at least he has slowed down the tech of JYP as well. JYP with the kind of late cybernetics score here. Now, the game is definitely normalizing a little bit, but what do you do from here? You know, those Zerglings are still going to be alive when JYP would have wanted to put his tech down, which is right now.
Yeah, well, he's got another Zealot coming out. Does he... he can't throw down the tech in front of Jaedong's face. Does he even care? Does he just throw it down anyway? There's the Stargate. The 2 Zerglings are in the main base.
Yeah.
And are they going to be able to go down and spot the Stargate? 1 pokes into the middle line, gets picked off quite easily. Jaedong goes down now. Is the Zealot there? I think that could have Zealot potentially killed that Zergling.
Yeah, maybe.
But he still hasn't found anything yet.
No, he doesn't know the tech quite yet. But he does... Oh, wait, he has an Overlord actually down at the natural, so... He knows exactly what JYP is up to.
So for this, Jaedong shouldn't really be taking any damage. He knows the timing. He knows that he doesn't need to rush Spore Crawls down immediately, but he'll definitely have them up in time.
Yeah. Well, Jaedong has to be feeling pretty good, you know, considering that the 10 pool did not even force a cancel at the natural or anything like that. He's still got into a reasonable spot by keeping those Zerglings alive inside JYP's base. So the game, I think, is going to kind of normalize from here.
All right, well, we do have the fast layer coming down. I suppose, I mean, one of the most strategies that makes the most sense here is for a fast Hydralisk Den straight away from this layer. I can't really see it being anything else at this point upon spotting the Stargate on the way.
You know, we do have a Void Ray coming in, Apollo. So do you think this might be Sky Toss?
I don't know. It's very difficult to call if it is Sky Toss or not. Do you think he can do that? Do you think he would?
Yeah, I think this is a fine map for going Sky Toss on. And when you open a Void Ray, that makes it about 50% that you're going Sky Toss normally, especially on a map like this.
All right, well, the two Zealots in the middle do get surrounded here. And tries to get the Stalker as well. Oh, and he does.
A little bit sloppy there by JYP, losing the Stalker in both Zealots. And, you know, he does have multiple Void Rays on the way, so this definitely could be Sky Toss still, but he doesn't have to. You know, you can just make 2-3 Void Rays and transition into something else.
With this Hydralisk Den on the way, though, and Creep Spread starting to extend itself past the natural and third base, I'm finding a hard time to see JYP surviving in the mid stages of this game with such a high drone count already. And the Void Ray's been spotted. He knows exactly what's up. He knows exactly what he's going up against here. And with Novaseer, he'll confirm it too with going into the main base.
Yep.
A lot of Chrono Boost coming early saved up here for JYP, and he is adding on more gateways for a total of 4. Yeah, so it's well, for 4 more coming in.
Well, it looks like he's getting ready to take his third base as well, and the fact that he keeps on making Void Rays and is going up to 4 gates, there still is this chance that he's going to go for a Sky Toss build. He's definitely forcing a lot of Hydras out by having so many Void Rays. The thing is, will he have enough units to stop? Ooh, that's a lot of gateways, Apollo. That is a lot of gateways.
It's a lot more gateways.
Never mind the Sky Toss talk.
Yeah, with +1 near completion, this probe and pylon's definitely just a complete fake out here with the Nexus coming down. Jaedong goes in and spots this, and now it's like, all right, well, this looks like a 1 or 2 Void Ray into a third base. And even if it cancels here, that's fine. If he clears up these Zerglings, which will run away. Jaedong, though, is building... The thing is, though, that Jaedong is only building Hydralisks, whether it's an expansion play or not. And that deals pretty well with what's coming as well.
It certainly does, but we do have a lot of sentries on the way. So, you know, right now the army is 8 sentries, 3 Void Rays, and a Mothership Core. Doesn't sound scary, but trust me, it is. And this is going to come down a lot to the actual micro of these two players. Does JYP get off perfect force fields here? Because if he does have a shot.
Well, at the moment, Jaedong has no idea about this, yet still building units. 38 Zerglings are on the way. As the both players on screen staring down, ready to move on to this next part of the game where we are going to have the sentries move forward. A couple of force fields have gone, and Jaedong escapes with the majority of his Hydralisk there. That was incredibly close.
Yeah, very nice moves there. More and more Hydras on the way. Hydralisk speed coming out as well in case he has to go off creep with them. But this army of JYP is a scary army.
Let's see if JYP can do this. More forces go down, but they don't grab anything either here. 14 Hydralisks about to pop out. They all have +1 attack. As Spore Crawler moves down, Time Warp and Force Fields come in.
And those are some very nice force fields going down. And in fact, he's doing a good job against this army right now. Still has a lot of sentries, warping more Zealots as well. Is Jaedong in trouble?
Well, we're about to find out here. The Spore Crawler doing a lot of damage to these Void Rays in the center there. Hydralisk at plenty with more and more Zerglings incoming. JYP 79 supply to 114. Drones are coming off the line.
You know, I think this is probably going to be enough to actually push him back. A lot of these sentries did die, and a few more get stuck right there. The drones going to work, and they do get pulled back.
And JYP really hard-pressed at this point. So many Hydralisks and more Zerglings coming in, with 15 Hydralisks out and more Zerglings joining in. Can JYP break through? I can't see it at this point.
No, I think that, you know, this is already ending for him. Jaedong has done well enough. He's killed off enough of the sentries. JYP got a little bit sloppy just for a moment and lost more than he should have. And Now he's in a ton of trouble.
Oh.
What does he do from here? He has no transitions available.
Yeah, no transition available. I just say he has to keep going for it. The Void Ray does pull the Hydras back to the natural. More and more units are getting warped in here. Attempt number 2 to 3 with so many more units coming in. And Jaedong comes in for a complete surround here. And the Hydralists with their speed, with their range, everything is melting. And Jaedong absolutely crushes what is there. Even with the reinforcements coming in, this isn't a big issue for him. GG. Jaedong picks up map number 1.